person just wrote, "Are you from Wisconsin? I've always thought you look like you're from Wisconsin."
Don't say that to her. That's a
No.
beautiful woman. What's wrong with you?
A beautiful woman from Wisconsin.
Should be ashamed of yourself.
Would I be lactose intolerant if I was from Wisconsin? No.
Watch yourself.
This person said, "I'm ready to dump the guy I've been having sex with, exclusive but not in a relationship. I don't want to drive all the way to his house and waste gas or have him at my place. How do I break up with him?"
That's fun. That's fun. Is the person sitting close?
Really?
Here?
Okay.
I feel like we can compose a perfect text.
You're gonna break up with him over wait, how
Absolutely.
long have you been having sex? You can't
Text.
text.
That's text. Absolutely. That's
7 months.
Absolutely.
7 months. You're
Thank
gonna
you.
break up with someone over text?
100%. So
No. That send
I
a
got
voice
it.
note at least.
No.
This is psychotic. No, that's not okay. Cheer if you think that's okay.
and these are your fans.
Cheer if you don't think that's okay.
Losers. The
Oh my
losers. I got it. I got the perfect text.
Okay.
We can't see each other anymore. You've got an amazing dick. Send.
Your
He'll be
dick is
happy.
so good, I can't handle it. Be
Yeah.
free.
He'll be happy. He'll leave that interaction happy. He'll show people.
That would never work on a woman. If someone tried to break up with me and was like, "You have an amazing vagina, but yeah, I have to go," I'd be like, "Who the fuck is this?" 6 queer therapists are here together in the balcony. Hi!
Oh my God!
He said, "I regularly quote you during my sessions as advice to my adolescent clients," and then wrote, "Good advice, not a cautionary tale, I promise." You are a therapist, because that's the first place my mind went. That's so nice. That made my day. Holy shit.
Wow.
That was so sweet. Where did you have sex for the first time? I was 16, nowhere interesting, but she made me wear 2 condoms. I respect that.
Oh, I like that. Maybe it's because it's chilly here.
You need layers.
Gotta wear layers.
The only place that 2 condoms helps you stay hard. This person said, "I'm still a virgin, but one of the first times I masturbated was to an ambient noise YouTube video called Darcy's Library During a Storm."
Wow. You really...
My fan base is so carefully curated. I had sex for the first time in my boyfriend's bedroom. He stopped after penetrating to light a Glade candle to set the mood.
That's so funny. That's like, you know how whenever you're dating a guy, they have like a nickname with your friends? Like they never go by like their actual name. It's always like, remember Ponytail that I went out with?
Yeah, or remember Jackass?
You know that guy was literally Glade.
How's your Glade prince? This person wrote, "Do I want kids? Too late, took the tags off." Is that what we're calling the umbilical cord now? The tag? I don't know if I'll have kids, but I am an aunt, and my sister is raising her daughter Mormon. When my niece turns 8 and is old enough to choose to follow God and get baptized Mormon, I plan on holding a midnight moon ritual and baptizing her as a witch so that she knows she has options. You always hear about these cool ass aunts.
Yeah.
But where are they? I wish I'd been baptized as a forest moon witch. As a kid, growing up religious, my parents taught me the words divorce and Democrat were on your typical list of curse words.
That's so funny. I love that. You're like in the bedroom and you're like, divorce me. You stub your toe, you're like, Democrat. That's good. I'm gonna use that. That's funny.
Growing up religious, I was not supposed to read books that featured magic or witches and wizards. Making up for it now, though, by reading exclusively fairy smut. The vacation Bible school to Akatar pipeline is... Stopped being religious when my mom took away my Percy Jackson books until I got baptized. I don't even get why that... I mean, I get why Percy Jackson, because, like, Greek gods, that's bad, right? But once you're baptized, they're like, that can't get you now. I stopped being religious as soon as I started therapy. Yeah, once you start telling your problems to someone who actually responds, it's hard to go back to just, hello. That was my impression of prayer.
Hello.
Hello.
It's me, Taylor. What's up?
What's up? This one was crazy. I wasn't allowed to say helicopter because it had a swear word in it. That's like I couldn't say sucks because it rhymes with fucks. That's a real one.
I realize now that it's hell.
Yes. Thought it was helicopter.
I thought it was cop.
This person said I wasn't allowed to watch Arthur because they sang Believe in Yourself in the theme song. That's the craziest one I've ever heard. Even I was allowed to watch Arthur. That's crazy.
That pisses me off. I love Arthur.
And I wasn't allowed to watch anything. I couldn't watch Powerpuff Girls. I couldn't watch Cat Dog. I couldn't watch Rugrats.
You can watch Cat Dog?
Couldn't watch Cat Dog.
Why?
It's an abomination. You'd think they'd like Cat Dog because there's no genitals,
There's 2 less genitals than before
I know,
in Cat Dog.
and they fought. They were mean to each other.
Oh, not cooperative.
Anyone who was mean to each other, you couldn't watch that.
Every day I find out a new thing that Taylor wasn't allowed to do because I wasn't raised religious and it sounds so insane to me. Like we'll be walking around and she's like, yeah, no, we weren't allowed to go skiing growing up because the Bible teaches that the only reason to go up top a mountain is to kill your son. So.
It's not even that far off. When did I stop being religious? Circa 2004, I wore Jesus is my homeboy t-shirts, WWJD bracelets, and went to a Christian wannabe Coachella festival called Sunshine. Then I moved next to 2 gay men. Turns out they're awesome humans, and now I'm very liberal. Still believe in Jesus, but he is not my homeboy. He's there, but I keep him at arm's length.
Yeah, acquaintances at best.
I came out as a lesbian in 2021 at 49 years old to my husband while he was heading home from bar trivia, and then put in parentheses, he was the host. Not important to the story. They just wanted us to know.
That's so
was
funny.
Running that shit, by the way.
That's so funny to write it and be like, he really needs a win in this story.
No, they said, I came out to my husband, he said, I know, we're still married and writing our own rules about marriage and ethical non-monogamy. I love that.
That's cool.
That's awesome. I came out as transgender in a book I secretly published under a pen name. I didn't start telling anyone until the book hit number 97 on Amazon. Everyone was pretty surprised, to say the least. My transition has been rocky but beautiful. Fight for trans rights. That's so nice.
That also feels very overachiever. That's
yes.
I'll come out if Oprah picks my book.
Yeah. No, that's so impressive. Oh my gosh. I was forced out of the closet by my middle school best friend when she printed our AIM convo and handed out copies to the entire school. Okay. This is why Mean Girls was a dangerous film.
Yeah.
That's where they got that idea. No one was printing stuff out and handing it out to the entire school before Mean Girls. Right?
I actually don't think that middle schoolers should have access to printers.
I agree. I don't think middle schoolers should have phone. I don't think they should have anything. Sorry, I think middle schoolers are the scariest people alive.
Yeah. I mean, call your senator, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you need to do. The way I came out is I told my mom I was asexual and tried to explain that it meant I just didn't feel sexual attraction like other people do. My mom said, "No, you're not. No one really likes sex." So in a way, we came out to each other as asexual. I realized I was bisexual while attending BYU, the Mormon college. I came out to one of my teachers who told me, "You probably don't need to tell anyone else that." At least they weren't like, "No, you aren't. That's not real." They're like, "That's real, and you should keep it to yourself."
Yeah.
I want my ashes spread at the top of Mount Hood because it's such a special and influential place in my life, and because my wife would then be forced to climb a frickin' mountain to carry out my last request. And then I got a text that said, "My husband is the one who wants his ashes spread on Mount Hood." And I'm here to say, I will not do it.
Good for you.
I will give his mountaineering equipment to someone who will dump his ashes for me with a picture, obviously. I love it when a couple text me separately.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, I get to read them fighting. I am donating my body to science. My remains will be cremated when done. I want it put in a garden or to help a tree grow, as long as I can be of use and not just rot. Okay, you're a workaholic. As I read this and I was like, someone is girl bossing too hard. I also feel like I can't rot and I have to be useful every moment. Even when you're dead, you're like, I must be of use. That's not healthy.
You are worthy of love without doing errands.
Yes. You don't have to help a tree. You're dead. Sorry.
You don't know that tree. That tree doesn't know your story.
Where do I want my ashes spread? Anywhere my mother can't be disappointed in me.
I mean, I'm surmising a lot from that message, but I bet she'll find a way to be disappointed, even.
You know, your mom will be like, "Oh, and they hid from me." Micro Awakening was Ursula from The Little Mermaid. Fuck yeah.
You know what? Suction.
Yeah. This person said, the real awakening was when my high school boyfriend broke his jaw and had it wired shut for months, and I was excited that meant I didn't have to kiss him anymore. Realized that probably wasn't the right reaction. One person said Eris from Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, and then sent a picture for reference, as if I didn't know who that was. Yeah. All right. Nicole Kidman in Moulin Rouge, Anne Hathaway in Princess Diaries 2.
Ooh.
Yeah. Princess Diaries 2 hits different. The person said, "Who was my queer awakening?" You, duh. And then they sent another message that said, Christina Applegate. As if they thought better of it. They're like, ha ha ha, you. No, for real though, it's Christina
Applegate.
But we're having fun, but it's Christina Applegate.